Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wocstar and Ghetto Film School Entrepreneur Academy Spotlight Series. Yay! We are so
Yeah.
excited for our final October session. Today, we'll be featuring Vonti McRae from We Teach AI, and we're going to get into it about how to master AI for your small business. So there's a lot to cover. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Vonti. Yay! Hi, Vonti.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here as well, Colleen. I'm really excited because
Yeah.
I know AI is one of those things that I really enjoy utilizing and everything. So just having the people here to try and learn a little bit about what you're able to do with these apps is really important for me. So
Awesome. Well, we're so happy to have you. And I just want to let everyone know if you have any questions, please hold them till the end. We will be taking questions at the very end of our session. So please drop them in the chat and we'll make sure we get to you. Without further ado, we're going to get this party started. But thank you all for joining us from Wocstar Media, and from everywhere. And thank you, Vonti, so much. We are about to dive in from a real expert. So here we go.
can we pull up the presentation first? I want to make sure that you guys are like understanding like what is the possibilities that are out there. So Colleen, I know that you spoke briefly about it before with me about the chat GPT and everything and what you can actually utilize it for. So guys, just so you know, my background, you could definitely read up on it, but I work in TV and film as a screenwriter and producer, and I definitely leverage AI all the time, from AI generated videos for my pitch decks and trailers to presentations, all different, a variety of things. So we'll be hopping into different scenarios, definitely for the business owners out there. So let's
Awesome.
go to the next slide. All right. So my mission with We Teach AI is actually to educate brands and businesses. So you see about people like Will Smith, they are a brand. Leonardo DiCaprio is a brand. You have to always like protect your brand, make sure it looks very professional and stuff. A lot of times, you guys, I know that you've seen out there, someone will invite you to a party. It's a big old event. And then you see the flyer and you're like, who created this nonsense? It just looks really bad. And even the presentation that you're looking at today is actually AI generated as well. So what I did was build out all of the wording, use different prompts and everything, and threw it in an app called Gamma.app. But we're not here for that. We're actually here to dive into the GPT stuff. So I wanted to ask definitely the audience that is there, sorry about that, going back to this slide, how often do you use AI in your daily activities? So Colleen, can you monitor the chat to let me know? And I know guys are a little bit more talkative than that. We definitely want you to be interactive with this as well. So Colleen, how many people actually utilize AI?
We're waiting on some comments. I've got a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Once a week. I use them all the time. A few ones. Every single day, multiple times a day.
Just like me. And I feel like another misconception is that AI can make you, it's like it dumbs you down, right? But I don't think that is what it's for. Unless you're maybe a second grader that they're trying to teach it in the classroom or something like that, then that might be it. But for us adults that have gotten a formal education, you still have to input things into AI, right? So I would love for you guys to also drop in the chat, what do you employ AI for? And then Colleen, if you get any answers, definitely let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll kick off with myself. I mean, I think I've used it for everything from how to diagnose a stomach ache to how to politely frame an email that would not be so polite otherwise, to doing reports. Pretty
And going
much
back to the everything, right? So going back to that, even right now, you guys, do you realize that Gmail also has a thing that does an AI writer. So, like Colleen said, when you're about to vent or maybe be not as professional as you could be, based on something that might have happened engaging at work or, outside vendors or anything like that, it actually helps you write in a business tonality and stuff. So that's really important as well. It's, to me, it's like a major copy editor, right? So let's,
Yeah.
move on. I think that's really good. Did we get any answers
Yeah.
in the?
We did get another one, answering detailed questions.
Mhm.
I've also seen it used for writing social media descriptions
Wow, that's really
or
nice.
captions. Hmm.
That's really amazing. And guys, you might see me turn off to the right because I have my laptop straight center and then I'm off a bigger screen to the right. So when we get into the demo, but I think that's really excellent. Like what everybody said, is like the different things that you can use it for. Me personally, I just recently used it for a diet plan and a grocery list. It said I put in, my zip code is this.
Yeah.
I have this grocery store near me. I want to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. This, that. The more engaging and the more things that you put in there, the more that it's going to kick out more accurate information. So, Colleen, what I try and tell people with these GPTs, right, and we're going to go
Yeah.
through a few of them, is that it's like a major Google search. So think about this. And I always use this scenario. When you go into Google, you'll say, I want to find a vegetarian restaurant near me, right? What's this going
Hmm.
to kick out is restaurants maybe 5 miles away, 6 miles away, right? But when you go into a GPT, you can literally give it the prompt, find me a vegetarian restaurant no more than 3 miles away with a price point of $20. And I have gluten allergies and everything. So find me that as well. It's really going to do a deep dive into exactly what you're looking for. So I think that's very important for people to understand. Some people think, oh my God, we're going to break the GPT by putting more than one in there, right? It's like, no, I've had prompts that are like 6 pages long in GPT. So the more that you
Yeah.
feed into it, the more accurate it's going to be.
I
I
think
love
that's
what
so
you're
true. Like, even, yeah, Roderick says he even uses it to find discount codes before he buys products. That's a great one.
saying. Especially in this economy, unfortunately, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, but I want to get this thing moving along because I know we only have an hour and we do have some things to go over. So, can we get the slide back up again? We'd love to see the slide deck. Okay. I know, and I have a little bit of a delay on my end, so I hope it's not the same for you guys. But we're going to go back to that last slide really quickly about the different versions. Sorry about that.
There.
This thing
Yeah.
is just moving and a shaking, right? When you guys get a chance, go deep diving into what the actual different AI information that's out there. So machine learning, for instance, is like your metadata stuff, MailChimp, which is like your CRMs, right? What we're going to be talking about is like the natural language processing, the NLP, which is your chat bots, your voice assistants, and they give the example of it being chat GPT and other things. Your generative AI is for that content design. So if we have any media people, for instance, in the house, right? When I use Canva Pro now, I'm literally making vignettes and MP4 files that are given a summary of maybe things that I've actually did videos for. So like a proof of concept trailer for pitch deck design and everything like that. You can use the generative AI to definitely go into a deeper dive, doing brand colors and everything. Then you have the computer vision stuff. That is the AI that processes images and videos. So there's apps out there that can literally take 10 seconds of your voice and create a webinar based on the information that you input in. It will literally have it as you present it. Just so you know, I'm not AI today, but there is an app that can do that. And then the speech recognition, which is something that ChatGPT and Copilot has actually layered in as well. So we're going to go to the next slide. All right. So the very first one, sorry about that, back it up. The very
There.
first
Yeah.
one we're going to go into is actually the chat GPT. So I'm going to get into that. If Colleen, if you wouldn't mind sharing that screen for me.
Sure.
All right. All right. Is everyone able to see that?
Yes.
Perfect. So, me myself, I have ChatGPT Pro, right? But what I wanted to do today is something very easy to do, right? The first thing I believe, Colleen, we had discussed is creating like an investor deck for everyone, right?
Exactly. Mhm.
Yeah. So when you're talking about something, and I wanted to give Wocstar Academy as an example. So when you are a business owner, right, one of the things that you struggle with the most is the capital. But in order to summarize that, you might have your business plan, you might have all of the outline for your company, but you might not have that verbiage for your investor deck. Like, how do I summarize? A lot of people struggle with that, right? They do not know how to summarize their business to make it very vernacular for the person on the other end that is going to be reviewing that information. So what we're going to do is say, please, sorry for my typing, a detailed investor deck that outlines my company. We're going to ask for, and I always say, and Colleen, you say this as well, based on the many discussions, ask for a lot of money.
Yep. We say double it.
Yeah, for round one funding. We're going to say 20 million. How about that?
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Million.
And I think to the good point that you made earlier, Vonti, as well as much detail as you can provide in the prompt, it is only going to get that better for you with its response. And I think what's beautiful about all of these is they will then also kick back questions to you. Are you tailoring this? Is your audience of a certain age? Tell me more about the company the audience is from. Like, they will ask you questions too that only help it get better and better, because it's also learning from you as you go.
And see, a few of these that we have, like, I'm just simply on your website, right? And I'm just grabbing some of the info. So like it definitely knows, it just, the more you feed into it, you don't have to overthink it. And some of you business owners, like I said, you have this information already available, right? And you just copy and paste it, and you can write it out yourself as well. Write it in a Microsoft Word document, copy and paste it into ChatGPT, and see what it's going to create for you, right? So I'm just leaving it as simple. We're going to go to About Us, right? And add that in.
Yep.
So we've added in pretty much the mission statement and all of that, working together to move the world, business as a force for good. We'll put in all of that. Just the more info you can feed in, and even the website itself. But sometimes I feel like it doesn't poach as much as it can from websites. So, but we'll still copy that in for. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't pull that info. And just like you guys, to further that as well, what GPT is doing is a major data mine of the entire internet. So if you were to do, say, like a paper or something, even this investor deck, and you say cite your sources, depending on the GPT, you can ask it to cite copyright free sources as well. Because sometimes people want to do these research articles or whatever the case may be, and you can find out where it's getting that information from. For me, I always say copyright free, or information that is free to the public as well, because I don't want to do anything behind the firewall, right? So here we go. It says, please create me a detailed investor deck. Boom, 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 boom. Here's a detailed outline and then full investor deck for the company. It literally gives you the details. You see that slide one is this, fill out more details, the problem statement, our mission, all of this stuff is based on that, right? And I can say, you know what? Break down more details. More details, put in paragraph form. This is going to a philanthropy. This is going to a philanthropy company. Did I spell that right? Oh, hold on. My spelling is off. Come on now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good thing is ChatGPT is also familiar with spell check.
Yeah, exactly.
I mistype quite often in there, and it figures it out.
That is funny. All right. So what I did was again change up the prompt now, right? This might look good and everything, but maybe it didn't provide you what you want. It did a lot of bullet points, right? So I said, you know what? Break this down more into detail, put it in paragraph form. This is going to a philanthropy company, award winning, that really engages, and it's going to be going to the head of the company. So you can revise your entire strategy. And I love that. And you see that it talks back to you, not in that way, really weird. But so it says we will move away from the VC pitch deck tone and toward a narrative driven, emotional, and everything. And again, and you could just say, yes, please. This version is designed for award winning, boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. And so now it's expanded out on it, right? It says it's giving you all of this engaging information just from us, input in what about Wocstar Academy is. And our mission and purpose is it's literally breaking it all down on like what they're willing to offer and everything to try and really engage that, right? And you can see this happening in real time. It's almost done. Just like that. And what I say is you then go in and customize based on that. I've had it redo my resume. I've had it redo my portfolio, my bio, my IMDb page and everything. I've also asked it to do, hey, could you revise my LinkedIn, make it more engaging so that entrepreneurs or headhunters can find me more, things of that nature. This thing also can do marketing plans, give you hashtags. You can ask it to create you a strategy for the next 180 days if you want, based on a product that you're trying to sell. So that's what I'm saying. You can definitely go down the rabbit hole, right? And then Colleen, going back to it, right? It is not about replacing anyone. It is adding it as a tool. It's adding it as a tool to not only help save you time. Look at this thing. It wrote it in 30 seconds. Right? Most of the time, something like this could have taken you months at a time. And now look, it said, would you like me to design it into a formal 12-page PDF investor packet? It's literally saying we will create this whole thing for you, right? I'm going to say instead, give me an introductory email. Email and follow-up that will make them open it. Because that's very important as well, the subject line, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And it's telling me to pick, it's telling me to pick which one, right? So it says Wocstar Academy, a $20 million initiative empowering underrepresented founders. That's amazing. That's one of the subjects, right? Partnership to redefine entrepreneurship for the new majority. Like all of this, and it's telling you it's getting in bold and everything. And what's really important is we've learned this, your customization, right? It's like my name is insert here. Thank you very much. Your company is insert here, you know? And then it's even given links and emails 3 to 5 days later. And we know with Gmail and everything, you can actually automate that. You can schedule out for this follow-up, you know? So things of that nature as well. So I love what ChatGPT can do. Now, I'm going to also, you guys, show you very quickly, and, you know, then we'll hop into the next portion. There's also Copilot and Claude AI as well. Those are GPTs. It's doing the same thing as ChatGPT. So what I'm going to do real quick, and Colleen, I don't know if anyone has any questions. I'm going to hop into these other GPTs.
I don't see any.
Perfect.
I think we're okay so far. One other thing I would just really emphasize for you guys with ChatGPT is to proof it, to add your voice to it. Don't take it from exactly what it is. And like Vonti mentioned, make sure that you're going copyright free. That's where people get into trouble. And more as we're all starting to use these AIs, you don't want yours to come off too cookie cutter. So personalize it. Think of it as, this is getting your brain going and this is giving you an outline, but now you go in and you add your personal touch and your company's real voice. It's not perfect, right? So this is just a place for you to start. And now you need to fix it. I want to just really, really emphasize that. Like, make it your own, give it your personal flair. It'll start to learn you, particularly if you
Mhm.
pay a little more each month. It's really going to learn you. But make sure you go in, and like mine is always, it will always go to me like, oh, do you want to tailor this for Wocstar? Is this for the Academy? It knows that about me already. So it has
Mhm.
now, and it like knows that I like to sign emails a certain way as well. So the more that you
Mhm.
give it, but also make sure you're always checking it, and what's the word? Proofing it after.
Proofing it after. Don't be that person that puts all the emojis like you can see here with the email number one. They copy and paste that into LinkedIn, and people are just like,
Yeah.
"Oh wow, you're so in depth." They know that this is from Chat GPT. It's like,
Yeah. ChatGPT loves itself some emojis. That's for sure.
exactly. But then we also have here, right? I changed up the tonality of it as well. I said make it Gen Z friendly, more humorous, less, but still professional and everything. And look what it said
Yeah.
for the subject option. We're basically the Beyonce of entrepreneur academies,
Oh my
minus
gosh.
the world tour.
That's amazing.
Yeah, big ideas, bigger impact, possibly snacks involved, right? So it
Oh my
literally
God.
changed up the entire thing because again, you don't know the audience that you're going to be impacting with the information. Why wouldn't you do this, right? If you know, they always say customize your resume for the actual job. Don't just go to the company and toss it out there and you're just doing application after application, right? You need to have at
Yeah.
least 5 to 10 different versions of your resume. Well, who has time for that right now? Guess what? I did that the other day. I've been a project manager, business analyst, strategist, operations manager. I literally had it take my current resume and adjust it for each one. Copied and pasted in
Nice.
my current resume. Yeah. And it adjusted it. It gave the verbiage as well. So when I'm doing resumes, I always say make it ATS optimized, AI, HR detectable and everything, and SEO optimized as well, which is search engine, right? When you're going on Google, you want to be able to be found on the internet. So don't just like do your resume and not have any catchphrases that a project manager might do. So these are things that I teach people as well with one-on-one counseling when I'm doing AI. So if anybody needs to be like trained up or anything, we'll definitely give that contact information in the chat box as well. So I would love to hear from you guys, but let's hop into the next one because I definitely want to move on
Yeah,
to
we
a
want
few
to
more.
give lots of time
Yeah,
for this one. So we'll get your
yeah.
questions right at the end, guys. Go ahead, Vonti.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that. So I mentioned Copilot. Hold on, it's taking some time for these things to come up. What's going on, internet? Don't play around. Let me see. Okay, I know it was like it was just working a second ago. Now all of a sudden we're frozen up.
It's okay.
All right, here we go. So Claude.ai. So I had a friend a while back, and she would always just say something about Claude. She was like, "Yeah, my man Claude, my boo Claude," and I was like, "Who is Claude?" And it turned out it was this AI app, and it was a GPT, right? And so it was like, you can do the same thing by starting a new chat, and it
Yes.
became
Aren't
one of
I
those
glad?
things. So when you do a pro account, it's unlimited, right? The free plan, you only get a few of them to do. So what I did was actually copy and paste the exact same thing. And sometimes I do this as well across all of these different platforms. I'm trying to see who's going to kick out the best. So we asked it the same thing. Please create me a detailed investor deck and let's see what it's able to do. And Sonnet 4.5 is supposed to be their newest tool as well. And look, it's already talking. It's like, oh, okay, gave me the entire title of it. They even have that on the back end, like what the source code is. And it's working pretty fast. I'm going to see if I can hop into Copilot as well, you guys. I'm going to start a new chat, do the same thing. And I'll let both of them run at the same time. Claude should be done by now. But again, this is the same chat from the GPT. Uh-oh, come on, computer. Don't do this. All of a sudden, my computer has frozen. Hold on. Okay, it's still working over there. GPT is still working. My apologies, you guys. This thing is acting really funky.
worries.
Mhm. In the meantime, I would love from somebody in the chat to give an idea on like what their business is, and let's see if we can say, hey, rewrite this investor deck for their company.
Yeah, anyone in the chat want to try their business out? We do have a question from Yana. How do you set it so that you can tell it to use non-copywritten material?
You can
What's the
say, make
prompt?
this copyright free material. That's it.
Just use
You
that as a
literally,
prompt. Okay, great.
yeah, just use it as a prompt. Be like, for the source, you utilize copyright free materials and images, because this thing also can create images as well and include it in the PDFs.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's
Okay.
just. Mhm,
And so Yana says, I am a book publicist and a publisher. That is their
mhm.
business.
Oh, okay.
It's a good prompt for Yana.
Mhm.
Pardon me if I'm saying your name wrong.
So we're going to say revise the investor deck for, you said, a book publisher,
Yeah.
a book publisher and writer.
Book publisher and let's see here. Book publicist and publisher.
Book publisher, book publicist.
Yeah.
Publicist and publisher. Based out of where? We're going to just say the USA.
Yeah.
Funding of, we're going to just say 10 million to expand staff in marketing plus sales. So I said, revise their investor deck for a book publicist and publisher based out of the USA. They'd like funding of 10 million to expand staff and marketing plus sales. It says, perfect. Here's a fully rewritten investor deck. And they just rewrote the entire thing. And it's like, we're naming it the Wocstar Literary Group only because we didn't input more information. So it's still feeling like it's connected to Wocstar. And I could easily say, no, this isn't Wocstar. It's a fictional, it's a company we wish to get started to compete with larger brands, right? And then we could say, could you pull KPI, which is key performance indicators, information on possible competitors. And then click, boom, enter. And then I'm about to go back to Copilot and the other platform as well, Claude, so you can see what it created there. It said it thought for 4 seconds. Wow.
All it needs.
Mm-hmm.
And Vonti, I just want to be mindful of time. So maybe we quickly go through this and then Copilot, but I want to make sure you have enough time to do the website build too. So let's maybe we'll do these quickly.
No problem at all. So Claude is acting a bit funky today. It might be from their newest platform because they're still drafting, and normally they don't take that long. However, Copilot is already done. So it had the same prompt that I mentioned, right? We copied and pasted in all the information about the company. Here's a detailed investor deck, all of that stuff. And it created the whole thing. Here's your cover slide, vision, the problem, our solution. You see they're using those beautiful emojis everybody loves, and then program highlights. So you can go through this and just see which one do you feel has more a better outline and everything. Another way that for people to kick this out, you can copy this entire message, send it to yourself as well. You can ask it to regenerate it as well. So those are other things, other features for those that have not used any of those programs before. Let me close out of this because I don't know what's going on with Claude. Claude is doing something funky today.
Mercury retrograde, we're hearing.
I know, it's like broke its brain. But like I said, I do always use it as a comparison and everything. So it already said strategic partners with under the traction. So you see, it's given more details even than what ChatGPT did. It's doing a deeper dive into who your possible team is, where you could use the funds. So for me, I just say play in between the two just to see which one is more functional for you.
Yeah, I think it's also great. Some of them I find are better like at social posts than others. Some are better at
Mhm.
analysis. So I think that's a great suggestion. Like try all the different ones. You don't have to pay for them to start. Figure out which ones you like best and then use the other ones as free.
Mhm.
Um, and you just figure out what works best for you for that situation.
Absolutely. And hold on one second. You know what I think it is? We're over here waiting on this hurricane that's barreling from the Caribbean, and I've been having funky issues. So I'm over
Yeah.
here in North Carolina. I don't know where everybody else is, but I know the phone coverage and
Yeah.
everything has been absolutely crazy. Okay,
It's fine on our end. Yeah. So you're good.
perfect. So this is really awesome because now, remember I said pull the KPIs you should put in for your $10 million deck, right? So if you're asking an investor for stuff, they're going to need to know who your competitors are. It's already ran the numbers for you. This is amazing. This is amazing information to add because they want to see the data. How to show this to your investors. You can do 3 comparison slides. So this is what I'm saying. And if you look again, look at what it's doing. It's saying, so what do you need me to do next? And this is the stuff that people don't think of. They're like, I made a business plan, but not a website. I did this, but I didn't do that. I need a sales pitch, but I didn't do that. So before we move on to the website build out and getting back to the presentation, is there any comments in the chat?
No, we're quiet. Quiet so far.
All right. Well, I hope people are really actually enjoying what's being presented today. Let me get back to you guys.
Yes.
Get back to my presentation. Here we go. All right. Can we pull the deck back up again?
It's ready for you.
All right. So we went through ChatGPT, we went through Copilot, Claude, but there's a whole bunch of other GPTs out there. And what I love is a lot of them are actually free, right? So you just want to explore. And like I mentioned to the publicist and publisher, you can actually copyright free stuff. You know, all of that stuff, you can use AI ethically, right? For those that's using it unethically, I would say this, right? When they came out with 3D printing in healthcare, it was amazing until somebody 3D printed a gun. There's always going to be somebody on the opposite spectrum. You know, as your data mining the internet, we have the dark web and everything. So the internet has been amazing. Then there's people on the dark web that are like scamming, stealing information. So people have this reluctance to utilize these AI tools, but you should just use it ethically and let, laws and all of that stuff figure it out for anybody that's not. All right. So our next one is going to be durable really quick. And I just wanted to show you guys this website for those business owners, for those filmmakers that are out there as well, for anybody that needs something that represents their brand and for them to be out there on the internet. So Colleen, we spoke about this earlier. A lot of people sometimes don't even have a footprint. They don't even have a footprint of themselves. You Google their name, and we all know that's what people do immediately. They're nowhere. How can you
Yep.
build that trust as a business owner, right?
Absolutely. And for
Yeah.
those of you that have been through the academy, you must have a website at least. So this is a very quick and easy way to build one for you or to update your current website if you have one.
Absolutely. I'm hoping the damn thing doesn't freeze and everything. And just so you know, guys, that is Bane from Batman, which I love this image because I feel like a lot of times with websites and all of that, I met a CEO yesterday who said, Vonti, I wish I would have met you earlier because he spent $25,000 to get a website designed for his company. And it was like his
Wow.
third business. Yeah. And this is what some business owners are doing. But with my company, We Teach AI, which I will go back to the one-on-one counseling or the group counseling. This is my passion. You need to find somebody that is affordable, that is going to give you the right tools that are out there and make your life much easier than trying to take advantage of the capital that you have. Right. For us upstart companies, because that is what I am, I'm a small business owner. Sometimes we don't come with the capital, right? So when you don't have that kind of capital, what can you do that is affordable until you can get there? Correct? And I'm hopeful that this really helps you guys out. All right, so we're going to do a deep dive into Durable. Durable is a no code website. Here we go. Now, good afternoon, right? Just so you guys know, I actually built out 3 different websites on my own without any kind of experience using durable.co. And you can see it right here in the drop down menu. I have conversations with filmmakers because I'm a podcaster. I bring on Emmy winning and Oscar winning producers, directors, cinemas, all kinds of people that I talk to in the podcast. And then we also have VontiPictures.com. What I want to do is actually show you my website, and then we're going to make a mock website. So in the chat, somebody drop in a mock business that they were thinking of starting, and we're going to build one out real quick. And I just want to be able to show you guys what this looks like. So
Okay, we did have a response earlier for the catering business. And let's see, should we do Nana's Love? It's Nana apostrophe S, Love.
Can you put that in the chat real quick? Can you put that in the chat? Then I'll just copy paste it. But I want to show you guys what my website looks like right now, and then you can view the website as well. So I built this out. It comes with a built-in blog and everything. It comes with your social media channels and all of that stuff. Literally a copy and paste. It's one of those things where you can embed videos, so like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook content as well. You can literally embed it right into your thing. Clickable links as well, and it's so easy. Like, this is an Oscar winner that I had on, a showrunner and everything. Because this is a podcast, I wanted to link it to all the different platforms that I'm also doing. So I put in that, I embedded that into the website, interviews of the people, a bio of them, and all of that. You can see that's the YouTube video I was able to embed in here. And now let's look at the website really quickly, right? So then they can also see it live. There he is. So that at first we had it on the back end. Now we have all of these things that are live clickable links. So you remember that player, I embedded that where you can play an actual episode from my website seamlessly, clicking on YouTube, the guest and everything. This is like a carousel that you can utilize. So that's something I can edit with the different guests that have been on. I had some celebrities on. That was dope as well. And I mentioned the click to listen. So clickable links, all of this stuff used to cost a slew of money, right? To get on your thing. You can literally play a YouTube video from my website. Learn more about them. I made these external, watch the YouTube episode. All of this stuff is stuff that you can build out. You might not even need it for your business, right? But it's still something that you can utilize. And to build this website out took me less than a day. And sometimes website design takes forever. This is like my Instagram embedded in there and all of that. So we're going to hop into this really quick because I want you to see what Durable is able to do. And it's durable.co, not the .com, because that domain is owned by somebody else. They just didn't grab it in enough time. Yeah. So there's a portion when you when you come to the homepage, you can edit the website. You can even see analytics about who has viewed it as well. The contacts of people that it pulls in the CRM. So when people are on that, and that's on the bottom of the page, when you say contact form, let's talk to Vonti and all of that stuff, for people that have invoicing as well for different products, and it even provides blog posts as well. So what we're going to do is look to add a business. All right. So what did we say that the business is?
It's Nana's, NANAN apostrophe S. And then it's Love.
N-A-N apostrophe S.
N-A-N-A, Nanas,
Oh, Nana.
N-A-N-A.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then love,
Love.
L-O, love, L-O-V-E,
Uh-huh.
catering,
Catering.
C-A-T, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. So what is your currently monthly revenue? Prefer not to say. That's fine. We're just building it out. Where's your business located? You can just put the United States. That's fine. So it's just asking this to try and do it. And we already put, what is the name of your business? Nana's Love Catering, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. It's so pausing on my end. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But by the way, so I'm able to get 10 websites out of Durable for $50 a month. Just so you guys know.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're going to say view website is going to take it some time. It's building it out right now. But what I will say is, like I said, it was very easy to customize the pages, to generate. Look, Nana's Love Catering. It's already doing that. It's right in the content. It's giving you the outline. You can create it into your brand colors as well, which we know is really important. You can embed logos, all of that stuff. Let me see if I'm able to go to another one of my websites. So this is, again, through Durable. So now I have it set up differently. There's the social media channels, email us, the blog and everything. It's like all of these clickable links. I was able to design it just the way that I wanted it, in the color scheme that I wanted. It was like just revising it and just doing it pretty easy. Enter the Globe. This is a marketing company that I use out of the UK. I was able to link it to their website, interviews and stuff like that, just different things. And then, like I mentioned before, all the way at the bottom, this Contact Us is the CRM built into your website. So you don't have to add in the MailChimp and all of that. Contact us if you want to learn more. As soon as they fill this out, you receive an email, and then they've already captured, and the website, like you've seen, is saving the information. So you see it's still. Go ahead.
Vonti, quick question while it's doing that. So if you
Mhm.
have it build this, if I already have my domain purchased,
Mhm.
can I attach that to what the
Mhm.
website that Durable builds?
Yep, it's going to tell you to log in. So what is it? GoDaddy. It'll tell you to log in, and it'll pull that domain over. Mine, I used
Okay.
namecheap.org for it, and that's the one that I utilize. It pulled it in as well. Any kind of what will you say, customization, or what is it? They have to link it sometimes.
Yeah.
Huh?
If you have like SEOs or tracking and all of that,
Yes.
does
So
it
they
build
had to
that in?
map
Okay.
it. Yep, they had to pull it over. Now, Durable also offers domains as well, just so you know. So if you didn't want to buy an outside one, but for me, it wasn't as customized, I would want mine to be exactly the way that it is, right? So look, it's
Yeah.
already developed the website. Nana's Love Catering. You can move all of this around. We'll go through it, but look, it's like clickable links. It already created a carousel for your images and stuff. So if she had catering images of the food and everything, you can put that right there. You want to capture the people and design something, which again, if anybody needs that kind of training, definitely reach out. If you want to maybe add that into the chat, my contact info, but it's definitely something that will be included. These are things that you can design on your own, and I'm gonna jump into it, but I just want you guys to see without me even touching it, and it's already created up stuff, like it's already created copy, all of that stuff without you even having to touch anything. Right? It's like, okay, what would be included in a catering company? Delicious moments, exceptional service, all of this stuff can be edited. You can put your own photos on the back end. This is the summary. I'm gonna show you really quick. Look at this. Like, this is ridiculous. Where are they getting it from? I do not know, but it's giving you that motivation and inspiration, right? Because that's the biggest thing, is people are always overwhelmed. Where do I get started? I'm not a creative. How do I do this? And it's giving you that inspiration, like, oh, that could actually work. reviews on your
Yeah.
website, family, add their photos, companies, all of that stuff. This guy spent 25,000. Look, it even says explore menus. You can just map it to anything that you want.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it created it in 30 seconds, right? So a way that you can do it's you can see here it says restyle, right? You can move things to the left, move things to the right. We won't do too deep of a dive, but you can say edit website header, right? If you had a logo that you want to drop in, there you go. Change the logo, change the site name, regenerate the font, add buttons that people want. So instead of it saying contact us, you can say email us, right? And then you can say email. There we go. Email us, put in your email address, open it in a new tab. Just that easy. So when they click on it, boom, now your email address, they can email you directly. You can say info@nanaslovescatering.com or whatever the email might be, right? And I'm going to say
This is
discard
such a
that.
time and money saver.
Oh, it's beyond. It is beyond. So then another thing, right? Edit in the section. You can even duplicate this whole thing, right? If you like the vibe of that carousel, you can duplicate it and everything and then move it down. Just like that. You just move it down to a whole nother section. Press the button. Now it's further down. A duplicate. So then more carousels of images, it's just like it's very user friendly. I'm not doing much of anything to get this done. Look, regenerate images. It's going to do that. Find more images here. So it's things of that nature that this thing is just, clickable links. It's not overthinking. You don't have to figure it out like tagline. Remember the words that's here. We can say just menus, remove that. Look, and it's live. That's it. Changing up. Subtext.
So Vonti, sorry to interrupt you, how would, many people have their own images. How do you bring those in? Can you just do a quick example of that?
Here we go. Right here. Carousel images. Change it like that. That's it. And it's going to ask you, do you want me to use your assets, which would be stuff that you upload from your computer?
Perfect.
Yeah, that's it. Upload. And then as you're doing the assets and stuff, guys, I got so many files. You don't even want to, so many files. But as you upload, it's going to save that. Yeah, don't want to do that. You're going to save it under my assets. So then as you go along, more and more content is going to be coming, right? So then you say, boom, insert that. Now that's part of the carousel. And then you can even change the alternate, right? So this is the SEO, right? Search engine optimization. When you guys have an image, you should be describing it in a way. So then when people are going on Google, that's how you get the Google pull in right there. It's like someone looking for soul food in North Carolina. This is the buffet that's what you want to do and tag for these images. And you can change all of that stuff. So that's another thing. You can even reorder it as it comes on the whole thing. You can just change it around. You can delete it, add more, add a button with a link to a page, all of that stuff. Then we can go into this section, right? Now it's explore our menus. We can just say buy from us. That's it. You see it going live on the screen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And you can change out what the button looks like, all of that stuff. You can just play around with it and then an immediate save. Then it's very user friendly. And that's what I love. I'm going to show as well the social media pages as well, because I think that's something important. People always, want to add in their content and stuff. So edit website header, logo. Let me see. I want to add in, instead of a contact us, a link to another website. External. You can put Instagram. And then you just put what that is, whatever that website is. And you just add that to it. And then boom, your Instagram is right there. But they also have one for the logos as well. And I would need to play in that. But for mine, it was just easy. It was like you add Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, anything that you can think of. So again, if you don't like a section, right, you can actually delete that as well. I'm not even filling that entire section, right?
Perfect.
Just go ahead and delete it. You can move sections down. Like I said, it's just so much you can do with this website. And each section, it just doesn't have to be so overwhelming. I want to change
Yeah.
that.
No, this
I'm
is
changing the
huge.
background image, right? Just change it. Then these are assets these are copyright free images for your website. Maybe you don't have any images. Maybe you want to just put something like, okay, just add some soul food or something like that, right? You can do an image, icon, anything that you can think of, links. But do you see the duplication of it? It's the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, let's go into, I want to make it into my brand colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see how I did that? We went inside. It's like, here's the content. Now we can style it. Change my colors. I want to
Nice.
customize. There's your brand colors. And this is for the hex. So whatever color that
Perfect.
your hex colors are, and you can say, just like any other website, this is going to be the accent. This is going to be solid. You can go gradient as well, which I love. Mine is all about that. Or you
Yeah.
can go from
Nice.
theme and you see the colors changing right on screen.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah, this
Vonti, I
is
do want to be mindful. We've got 10 minutes left.
okay.
Are there any questions from the room? This is a great time to ask. If you,
Mhm.
particularly about, again, we're working through durable, but this is just one example. Does anyone have any specific questions around their website or even just chat GPTs and prompt AIs in general? Want to make sure we have time to get to those.
Hmm. And I will say, by my third website, I did my third website in 2 hours. I had mastered
Wow.
durable. So once you're practicing with it, and it's like you can even preview it as well. That's what I'm saying. And you can, well, I don't know what's going on. This is funky. Usually you're able to preview it, right? So then you're able to see it. You can also have the publish button. And I'll figure that out because the website does get a little funky sometimes. But it shows like you can preview it on a phone, on a tablet, or on a desktop. So you can check on each format as well. But one thing I want to do go to really quickly as well is, let me see if we can do sales. So you can ask it different things as well. Like, how do I do identify ideal customer profile? Now they've put a GPT on the back end for this, and it's thinking on that. They have finance, marketing, research, and everything like that. Normally durable, let me see. Being that I'm already in it, so here we go. So I have the business plan. The cost of durable starts at $12 a month for one website. For a business plan, it's $20 a month. The free plan comes with limited. I wouldn't suggest that, but anybody can afford $12, you know?
For the first, we do
And
have a
this,
question,
mhm,
Vonti. Are you able to add an option for e-commerce with durable?
yes, yep. You're able to do e-commerce as well. Hold on, let me go back into it. Go, 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 go. My computer's going crazy. But yes, you
Okay.
can do an e-commerce. You can do checkout as well for the product.
Mhm.
So you can either do a second page for that. See, here they go. This thing is freezing up again. And I think it's on my side, guys, so I do apologize. But yes, you're able to do that on the back end when you're setting up the website. So they
When you
give
go
you
in.
different sections, like what is the thing for your business. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
And then I'm assuming it can also integrate with like Google Workspace fairly easily.
I'm not really sure about that. That's something I would definitely
Okay.
need to check on. I don't want to give you the incorrect information. So
Yeah, sure. Sure.
add a button. Should be text or something like that. But yes, I would have to do a deeper dive into it. But I know for a fact it does do e-commerce checkout for products. There's a gentleman that we linked. I don't know if his thing is Kappa. cards.com. I don't know if his website is live. No, his website isn't live, but I did design for a gentleman. He had cards that he linked to an outside source where people can check out. I think he put it for Shopify or something. He linked that, so anytime they hit on buttons, they would be able to check out using their credit card and all of that stuff. I'm not sure if Durable will allow you to do that directly through their website, where people are paying transactions on there. For me, I would prefer an external. Just link it to that, but it definitely gives you that option where you click on buy from us, and then it goes to that external website. So you can add pages as well. So you can have like your main page and then add a page that would do that e-commerce. So you can have that one banner that is explaining what your business model is. And then when they click on a button or something, it'll go to your page for the e-commerce checkout.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think we've got a few people that are wondering about Google Workspace. So that, just to let you guys know, we will check that out and get back to you on that. It seems like a lot of people are using. I know we use that at Wocstar. It's a very popular platform for everyone. So we'll definitely let you know.
Now, when you say Google Workspace, what are they asking specifically? When you say integrate, what is that asking?
Well, I know for us, our email is tied to that. All of our tracking is tied to that. Our analytics, we use Google Analytics for everything. So it's got kind of all of our people that go through our website. A lot of that ties, and then it drops in for our e-commerce. It drops into that too.
So I would think the contact form on this page does link to that. So I'm able to link it to my Gmail and stuff, but it also gives analytics directly on this page as well. Did you see that in the beginning?
I did. Yeah. I think for a lot of people, like we pay for Google for everything for Wocstar. So we have a general big suite. So it's already, and it's tracking on every other website too when we're clicked. So I think that, the whole business is run through Google. But just one more question. I want to make sure we get to this too. Is there, for Durable, is there a free trial, or do you have to sign up before you're able to do, it's free. You have to sign up before you can start to make it? Oh, it's free to start.
No, it's a free trial. It's a free trial. You don't have to publish. It's not going to allow you to publish the website. So if you wanted to design, my first website, I designed the whole thing out. You just have to, like this right now, I can delete this, which I am. But yeah, when you first get started with Durable, no, you don't have to pay anything. When I first initially started, and it's been over a year, I didn't even have to give my credit card info. So the same is for ChatGPT, Claude. A lot of these AI apps do not require any of your personal information or credit card down or anything. It's only when either the free trial or they provide you tokens or things of that nature that you would then have to give your credit card. But to go in and design the entire thing, it was no hesitation for me. Yeah, they didn't. Cool. And would you mind as well dropping in for the rest of it all the other websites? So guys, there are other alternatives with the pricing involved as well, for other websites that do something similar. So I wanted to make sure I'm not just giving you one place to go, right? I wanted to make sure that you guys had other options. So please drop those in. So like you do have Durable, it's about $20 a month, but there's Doric, there's also 10 Web and everything. There's B12 and stuff that's a little bit more pricey. Again, maybe use ChatGPT to do a price comparison before you even sign up, but a lot of them are allowing you to do it for free. So a lot of this AI stuff is very inexpensive. And I wanted to definitely close out on that, Colleen, as well, for the audience out there. And can we get the slides back very quickly? Because I know we only have about 2 minutes.
And you guys, just a reminder, all of this will be sent to you in a follow-up email along with the recording. So all of these resources you will be getting, so don't scramble to write them down. We'll be sure to pass those along.
I love that too. And just so you know as well, again, my company, We Teach AI, the reason why I brought it to fruition was to help small businesses make it affordable. I would love for you guys to lock in some time with me. Let me do some one-on-one counseling, help you build out your business and stuff. Reach out. But I did want to wrap up really quickly and say thank you, Colleen, so much for having me here today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vonti. This was awesome. So many good nuggets. Again, reach out to Vonti with any questions or to set up some time. We'll share her info as well in our follow-up. And for all of you that are interested in doing more of these, there's more coming up. Check out Wocstar.com for our Spotlight series. And if you haven't signed up for our social media pages or our newsletter, be sure you do so, because that's where we're going to share all of our upcoming events. And Vonti, thank you again. This has been just amazing. Even the last hour, I think we've gotten so many great nuggets. The audience is very appreciative. Thank you guys
Yes,
all for your questions and for chiming in. And please, please, please do follow up with us if you have any more questions.